to wrap up this Richmond conversation, we might not have had too much moving on the track, but we did have some movement in the standings. Bubba on the playoff cut line now plus 54 after yesterday. Michael McDowell plus 18. He's in 16th. Ty Gibbs in 17th minus 18, followed by AJ Allmendinger minus 22, Suarez minus 34, and Chase Elliott now minus 40.
Okay, let me update this. My Suarez pick to make the final, the playoffs, that's dead. It's a dead bet. They're heading in the wrong direction. I haven't really seen the speed out of the Trackhouse cars that we saw earlier in the year. But breaking news, Chase Elliott is going to make it. And he's going to make it on points. Stop shaking your head. He's going to make it on points. You want to know how I know?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Enlighten us.
Someone tell me where Bubba Wallace was 4 weeks ago. How many races we got left?
He was around the cut line.
You're not listening to me. How many races are left?
4.
4. Okay. Show me the points from 4 weeks ago. Bubba Wallace was like 0 to the cut line. Now he's plus 54. And where has his finishes been? Low teens during that 4-week stretch. Now he's gotten some stage points, but the low teens.
Low teens as in around the top.
So
10.
he went from about the cut line, 0, let's just call it 0. I think he was plus minus 3, whatever, to now plus 54. Chase Elliott is minus 40 with 4 races to go. You're telling me he can't make up 40 points in 4 races?
He's racing that guy that you're talking about who's had a couple good weeks. He's racing that guy and Michael McDowell for that cut line, though. He's not racing.
2 of them are in, not 1.
I understand, but Chase has to. The 17, 18, and 19 guy does not really matter for Chase. He's racing the cut line, right? So he's racing McDowell and Bubba.
So you're saying that Chase Elliott can't make up 40 points on McDowell in the next 4 races?
I'm not saying he can't, but McDowell's 3 strongest tracks, or 2 road courses and a super speedway, are coming up in this final.
Breaking news: Chase Elliott's good on fucking road courses. What are you talking about? He's going to point them, and he's going to get in on points. Pending, there's not a crazy new winner at Daytona.
Well, see, now you're adding asterisks in here.
I think we need a friendly wager between you two.
Roll the tape, and I guarantee you over previous episodes that says he's going to point in as long as we don't have a new winner. I could be wrong.
Is that what he said?
But
Travis?
I don't think so. He's going to get in. Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott are your 2 final guys.
Look, I hope for content's sake he does, because I think it would be hilarious.
How much did he make up on the cut line this week? 15?
Yeah, roughly.
And where'd he finish? Not that great. Like, he's going to finish better at road courses. I know Michael McDowell will too. I get it. But results show that Chase Elliott should run better than McDowell at road courses because he has. Now, maybe not over... Yeah, he is. His results are great there. He's going to get more stage points. By the way, we don't have to do these strategies anymore to avoid stage points because we don't have cautions. The whole kink would have been if road course races had yellows at stages, then you start to see madness because some people like Chase Elliott, or I don't know, maybe it might be Gibbs or Allmendinger or whatever, they might say, all right, screw it. I'm not going to make it on points. I'm going for the race win. They're going to put themselves in front to try to win the race. Now, again, this is the cause and effect of changing how we do things. We have no stage breaks at the end of stage. We're just going to award points based off of how you're running. Chase Elliott will be ahead of McDowell. He should be. Now, Gibbs is making up ground, and he continues to make up ground. I just think that the 9 team finds something these last. I mean, listen, all the Hendrick cars were right next to each other this week, but the best one was the 9 car. I think that they are going to shift their focus to the 48 and the 9, and the 9 gets in. He's getting in on points. And You're going to be wrong, and I'm going to be right because I'm always right.
Look, I in a way, I hope you are right for content's sake, because I think it would be hilarious to go out here and go get a siren somewhere and get a video of you ringing a siren when Chase makes the playoffs.
If Chase makes the playoffs, you get me a siren, I will whine the shit out of that thing.
Done deal.
Okay?
100%.
You have to hook it up to a car battery, though.
Whatever you want.
All right.
I'll do whatever. Also, looking at this cutoff line, he's clearly not in your playoff picture, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But A.J. Allmendinger skipped practice and qualifying at Richmond to go run the Xfinity race in Road America.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. There's got to be other factors that it doesn't make sense. And there's to me, and this is my opinion because I have a podcast and it's my job to analyze this. It makes no fucking sense to me why you would give up practice and qualifying at Richmond to go run a meaningless Xfinity race. And there's no excuse in my mind why that Xfinity series means anything to you over what a Cup playoff berth means to your company. I don't get it unless there's sponsor reasons, whatever. I can't get behind it because I guess I tried to, before, I knew I was going to have to comment on this. So I tried to get as much information from comments made by AJ and the team or whatever. And AJ said last week that, again, he's saying it in the moment he's getting interviewed, but hey, we haven't really been that good at Richmond anyway. I'm like, well, you got a practice session. You got a chance to get better. Why aren't you there for that? And I don't think this is not an AJ decision. This is management's decision. I can't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Cup is what we're all here for. It's the highest motorsports in America, and you're willing to start in the back and not get practice when you're 5 races away from a cut. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and you're giving up potential stage points. You never know. Let's just say he qualifies 21st, 25th. You then give yourself an opportunity to do a different type of strategy, such as a Truex, and get stage points. Starting in the back, you got no shot at that because you're so far back. You won't be up. You won't give yourself a chance to get stage points. And every point for AJ Allmendinger is going to mean something. I can't make sense of it in my head. And we can talk about, we want to go trophy hunting. Who gives a about Xfinity Trophy? I mean, I guess they do, but it's really tough, and it's hard to really come down and say, who am I? Because I'm not running their race team, and I don't know all the factors involved. And I think that the most likely scenario is there's other factors that is not being talked about that made sense within their company and not sense to the rest of us.
Well, I think the important question now is to ask you is what does it mean to make the Cup Series playoffs? Because you said earlier in the show that Shane Van Gisbergen, I think, is going to have all these offers because he's good at road courses and he can put a team into the playoffs. So, I mean, what does it mean to make the Cup Series playoffs?
Financially, it means a lot. The charters get paid based off of where you are on a 3-year running average of your points position. So, like the 11 team, like they are, I think we're the number 1 ranked charter, maybe the 19. We're really, really close. Either the 19 or the 1 or the 11 it's been the number 1 ranked charter for years now because of their 3-year running average. I mean, the years we keep making the Final Four over and over and over, like it's just, and that ranks you. And then basically NASCAR pays your charters based off of where you are and where's your average point position over the last 3 years. They weigh the current year 70% or the previous year 70%, or then it's like 20 and 10 or something like that. But it all matters. So I don't know where that 16-team charter is ranked, but it we need to dig into that. But I would say if you can get yourself in the playoffs, you know you're not going to be worse than 16th in points as an owner that year. So
is there a major financial difference between 16 and 17?
Is it major? No, I don't think it's major, but it's significant. It's significant.
Is there significant sponsor?
You're in the playoffs.
It gives you a chance if you're in the
It gives
playoffs.
you a chance.
If
I'm trying
somehow
to-
you win that race, then you move on.
Yeah.
And
I'm not disagreeing.
Guess what? There's
I'm just
road
trying-
courses in the playoffs.
And-
so he
Yeah.
could get an opportunity to, bam, go the next round.
AJ could have got lucky with qualifying this week and got the good group, and maybe somehow got in
That's a good
too.
point too. That's a good point too. There's just a lot of factors, and again, unless there's more information, that's where you got to keep going. Unless there's more information we don't know about, this didn't make any sense.